Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
Hey everybody, welcome to Triviality, the show where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. My name's Ken. I'm not really going to be the host today, but I'll go around and introduce everybody. So today in the studio we have Jeff and Neal as usual.
Hey guys, how's it going, Jeff?
Pretty good. How are you doing today, Neal?
Good. We had some donuts in the studio from Stan's, our new sponsor. If you actually do listen, please sponsor us.
We ate them all though, and now Matt is making a donut run, so he's not here.
Yeah, he's making a donut run. We actually sent him to the Stan's all the way in the loop, so it's going to take him, 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, so he won't be on this episode.
He will not.
Maybe on the next one. In the studio as a host, we have Sarah Reid. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Great. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
I live outside of Cincinnati in northern Kentucky, and been playing trivia on and off for a while. My sister and her husband got into it first, and then they added me to the team. We did pub trivia, and then her husband Chris started hosting, so we watched trivia every single week. And now we don't really play that much anymore because she moved away from me. But
oh no, it's so sad.
I work part-time in a really boring job, so I like to write trivia questions.
And suffice to say, you're passionate for television because you've written us an all-television round today.
Yes, I love to watch TV. I watch probably too much TV.
Great. Well, we're really looking forward to that, and thank you for gracing our studio with your presence on your trip.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. They came bearing gifts. It was really sweet, and a little taste of Cincinnati somewhere else. So Jeff will not be eating them because they're very crunchy, and we already learned that with the beef jerky.
So we're going to have Jeff and Neal team up today, so I needed to call in some reinforcements because I'm not so great at television stuff.
Yeah, you turned on your bat signal.
I turned on the bat signal, and Mike Cameron answered us. How are you doing today, Mike?
I'm fine, guys. How you doing?
Good. Welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, I know we've been talking for quite a while, and we met you in Boston, but why don't you tell our listeners a little something about yourself?
I'm from a small town just outside of Charlotte called Marshall, North Carolina. Been playing trivia now for about 10 years, maybe a little bit more. Just something I kind of stumbled into and enjoyed, and been playing with several guys off and on throughout the years, and got a real good team going now. I know a couple of them have been on. Dan Lundenberg and Jeffrey Garrison have both been on before, so I'm glad I could finally make it on and play with you guys. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, welcome to the show. And since you're my teammate today, I understand that your hometown is also the hometown of Randy Travis.
Yes, Randy Travis, as the sign will tell you as you drive into Marshville, it's the home of Randy Travis, country music superstar.
So I think our team name should be Randy and the Travises.
Sure, why not?
Let's do that. And you'll be Team Triviality.
I guess we're just Team Triviality. It's fun that we get to use our own name of something we created, but then it's also a little boring because
I think I feel like there was a Randy Travis parody on Hey Arnold when we were a kid, and his name was Travis Randall.
Okay, we can do that.
That's so confusing.
Yeah, we'll just be Triviality. That's fine.
Just stick to what you know. All
Which
right.
is not a lot.
Let's chuck it over to the rules guy for the rules.
The rules of the game are simple. 20 questions split into 2 rounds worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there'll be a special swing round designed by this week's host. After regulation, players will enter the final round with the points that they've accumulated and will have a chance to wager 0 to 30 points on 5 categorized questions. At the end of the game, someone will be named the cream of the crop.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
So since all the formality is out of the way, let's throw it back over to Sarah to start the game whenever you're ready.
All right. So I do have a preface for my game. All the television series in this quiz are shows from the 1980s to now, and they're all shows that you can or could watch on American television or a streaming service, i.e. British shows can be seen on BBC America. Round 1. Question 1. The Netflix show Stranger Things has deep ties to Dungeons and Dragons. What do the kids in the show call the monster who escaped the Hawkins National Laboratory?
You good? Yeah.
Okay, Jeff and I are in, so you and Mike can talk.
Yeah, Mike, I'm pretty sure this is the Demi-Goron. Is that right?
Demigorgon.
Demi-Gorgon.
Yes.
So I was
Gorgon,
close.
yes.
I said Goron, which is from Zelda. So Demi-Gorgon.
That's correct. 100%.
Okay, we're in.
All right, we went with Demigorgon as well.
All right, and the answer is Demogorgon.
Nice.
I'm Team Dustin on that show. I love Dustin.
Off to a good start.
He's my favorite. I love him. All right, question 2. In season 6 of The Office, Dunder Mifflin is bought out by the Sabre, aka Sabre printer company. Who plays Joe Bennett, the CEO of Sabre?
Luckily, I have Jeff on my team because I have not seen past the first or second season of The Office.
Oh no.
I just watched all of Parks and Rec though, so.
So Mike, I'm pretty sure on this one. Do you mind if I lock in?
Yeah, I mean, just if you're certain, I'm certain too. So
Okay, we're
go
good.
ahead.
We're good.
Okay, so who do you think it is?
Well, I think you'd probably remember her from her role in Fried Green Tomatoes.
Okay,
Does that help you at all?
a little bit. What else? From Misery?
It could be.
Okay, you probably don't know what that is.
I don't.
So you wrote Kathy Bates? Is that who it is?
Yeah, it's Kathy Bates.
Okay, if you think that, okay, you would know better than I would. So we're going to lock in with Kathy Bates.
Okay.
And we are also in with Kathy Bates.
Awesome. And the answer is Kathy Bates.
The reference in the question, by the way, they do a Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus parody with Dunder Mifflin and Sabre, not knowing how to actually say the name of the company that took them over. So it's pretty great.
And coincidentally, the loser of this game will be strapped to a bed.
I don't know that reference, but
Misery, man.
Oh, right. I didn't know we went back to Misery.
All
Keep
right.
up, Neil. Keep up.
All right. Question 3. In Parks and Recreation, how many people assume that Tom Haverford is not from the United States? Where is he from?
You good, Neil? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we're locked in.
So Mike, I feel like it's one of the Carolinas, but I can't really be sure. It's like he always just shouts about a U.S. state, and I think it's a southern state too.
Yeah, it is. It's actually his actual hometown is not far from me because I'm right on the South Carolina line.
Okay.
He's from Bennettsville, South Carolina.
Okay, that's what we're going with, South Carolina.
We also went with South Carolina.
Yeah, we agree. The character and the actor share the same home state.
Nice. And the answer is South Carolina.
Yeah.
All right.
I was going to do an impression, and then I pulled back halfway through.
Come on, Neil, you got to go for it.
We got 10 points. Yeah.
Jessica gets mad at me because I always say little puppy. I'm always
A
like,
little
puppy.
My favorite is when he goes, I got a little rumble in my tummy.
All right. Anyway, question 4. Everyone's favorite TV psychiatrist, or at least mine, Fraser Crane, moved from Boston back to Seattle to start a private practice, but ends up working for what radio station?
So Mike, I don't know on this one. Do you want to lock in? Are you aware of this?
I have the call sign in my mind. I'm not sure if it's right or not.
I have absolutely no idea. So whatever you think, I'm happy to go with.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, we're locked in.
So I wrote down NPR, W ?
So close.
And scrambled eggs.
Why did you go W?
I don't know. It's because a lot of radio stations have W.
I think basically the eastern half of the United States goes W and the western half goes K.
Oh, that's good to know. But it wouldn't help us probably finish the answer. We want to just go scrambled eggs?
Sure, why not?
Okay. All right, we're going to go scrambled eggs.
And what else?
What is it?
Tossed salad.
Tossed salad, that's right.
Yep.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
All right, Mike, let's have our answer.
Okay. Well, as you noted, it is K for the western half, and the the letters KCAL jumped out at me. I don't know if they're all right. I think KC is at least right. I'm not sure about the AL. So I wrote down KCAL as in KCal.
All right. Well, you were very, very close.
No.
The answer is KACL.
Ooh.
No.
So close.
The right letters in the wrong order.
You were thinking about those kilocalories.
So the reason that I know about the WK distinction is because
Because of Andrew?
no,
Oh.
not because of Andrew WK. Is that film theorists did an episode about they're trying to figure out which state the Simpsons are in, and their first step to eliminating half of them was the local radio station starts with K, so they were able to rule out half of the states.
Ooh.
So
Interesting.
All right. So we actually do have a listener submitted question
Ooh.
for number 5. This is from my lovely sidekick, my sister Jessica. Her question was,
Thank you, Jessica, wherever you are.
Yeah, wherever you may be in our hearts.
long before Justin Timberlake was a member of NSYNC and a successful solo artist, he starred in the Mickey Mouse Club. Name 3 celebrities who were fellow Mouseketeers.
I feel like we're good to lock in. Neil, does that sound about right? Okay. Neil may worship at the altar of JT. This just so people know.
It's a love we share.
Yeah.
How unrequited is yours, though, Neil?
How,
I mean, you write him all these letters.
he hasn't told me to stop yet.
But he also has not responded.
Right. So it's a good middle ground to be in.
Come on, JT.
Are you in?
You said name 2 or 3?
3.
Okay. Yeah, we're in.
All right. So they're in. I think Ryan Gosling is one of them.
Yeah, that's. I have him written down. I have Britney Spears written down. And was Christina Aguilera one as well?
That was actually the third one that I was thinking.
Okay, well, those are the 3 that I have as well.
Okay. We're in with Ryan Gosling, Britney Spears, and Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, we locked in with those 3 as well, but JC was also on it with him at one point. So not that it matters, but JC Chazet.
All right. The answers are JC Chazet, Ryan Gosling, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, and Carrie Russell.
Carrie Russell. And the dude who won or almost won The Voice was on it with him. Tony Luca? Tony Luca, yeah.
That was an interesting episode of The Voice when Christina didn't know who he was. Did you see that? It was hilarious.
It was very
she
awkward.
was like, I'm supposed to know you? And she had no idea.
Yeah.
It was great.
How would you feel to be one of the lesser ones next to these superstars?
And then he had to go on The Voice, and he was like
Yeah.
kind of a successful studio musician, but then he gets completely just looked over by his former castmate.
Yeah.
That'd be like us, getting big. We I form a boy band. I become famous as a boy band member, and then I'm on a show about trivia podcasts, and Jeff's like, "Hey, Neil," and I'm like, "Who are you?" That'd be terrible. That would never happen. I would never forget Jeff's beard.
Question 6. In the show Cheers, Norm Peterson comes in every day and has a beer at the corner of the famous bar. What is the name of Norm's wife, who is only talked about until the last season of the show?
I've got no read on this one, Mike, so whatever you think, I'm happy to lock in with.
Yeah, we're good. I'm locked in.
All right, we're in.
I've seen some Cheers episodes a long time ago when they were still kind of on TV.
Yeah, I maybe when I was younger I saw a bunch, but it's not a show that I've gone back and.
Yeah, but I mean,
cataloged.
the rerun cycles for shows now are mostly like, Seinfeld and Friends, so I don't see a lot. I guess Friends is mostly on Netflix. That's where I see it a lot. But yeah, I don't remember.
So you just want to go with that kind of generic name?
Sure, why not?
All right, we're just going to go with generic American name Carol.
Okay. Locked in with Carol.
Go ahead, Mike.
Her name, and I believe, although she was never seen, I believe she may have been voiced off screen by George Wentz's real life wife, Bernadette Burkett, I think is her name. And her name on the show was Vera.
Ooh.
All right. And the answer is Vera.
Ooh. That's going to be our downfall is some of the older shows that I don't know anything about.
You need to go back and watch it. It's
I
so
know.
good. I'm
Also-
like halfway through it.
Also the name of Jane Cobb's gun in Firefly.
All right. Question 7. On Game of Thrones, the Red Wedding is known as one of the most shocking scenes. Who is responsible for the Red Wedding and therefore finds themselves on Arya Stark's kill list?
I don't know his actual name, but that's his Harry Potter name.
It's okay that you said that because we're in.
All right, go Team Triviality.
I just want to say, poor Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter.
Yeah, right. Una?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is Una Chaplin.
Mike, you want to go ahead and answer?
Or yeah, have Mike go.
Oh, it was Walter Frey.
Yeah, Walder Frey.
We agree. Lord of the Twins, Lord Walder Frey.
Nice. And the answer is Walter Frey.
Though it could be argued that several people were responsible for that.
Yeah.
But I guess he takes the blame.
Well, he masterminded it.
Well, and Ruse Bolton helped to secure
Yeah.
kind of the defenses there. So
Pretty much everyone we hate on that show.
Okay, not gonna lie, I've never watched this show, but I know a lot about it from
There were a lot of
other
spoilers
people
in that question
that
for
watch
somebody
it.
who hasn't seen it.
Is Jessica a big fan of Game of Thrones?
She is actually, yeah.
It's-
Her husband, yeah.
it's kind of
I
amazing.
wish she was here right now so we could talk to her personally.
I know, man. She could tell us all about it.
It's
All right.
almost like she's here with us.
No,
Yeah.
I feel.
in spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Question 8. The first episode of the popular British series Sherlock was named A Study in Pink and is based off of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's story named A Study in What Color?
Okay, Mike's
I'm
giving
good.
me the thumbs up, so we are in.
I love Sherlock. I'm trying to think now. I have another title in my head, like something in Belgrade or Belgravia.
That's a different book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Study in names. It's an odd color. I can't. What's another name for pink? Like not fuchsia or
No.
chartreuse? Would you say chartreuse?
Sure.
Yeah, let's just go with
Why
that.
not?
You missed it the last time when the answer was chartreuse, so you might as well.
Yeah.
Go
I want
for
to
it.
say it might be A Study in Rouge, but let's just go
could be.
chartreuse. That's fine. Okay, we're in.
Okay, they're in. And Mike, did you want to give our answer?
Yeah, it's actually somewhat alliterative because it was A Study in Scarlet.
And the answer is A Study in Scarlet.
Yeah. Well, see the Rouge. I got the red in my head. I just couldn't pull
Have
the
you guys
name.
not read Sherlock Holmes?
No.
I have read
I've
a bunch
not.
of it.
I've not.
He's actually right there peeking out on the top.
Gotta
but
do it.
I
It's
know.
so good.
He's great. I love Arthur Conan Doyle.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Sir. Yeah.
Please.
Be respectful.
Come on. Okay. Question 9. First appearing in season 1 of Friends and makes an appearance in just about every season after, who is the on and off love interest of Chandler who coined the famous quote, "Oh my God"?
I'm good on this.
I think that's right. I'm not even a Friends like super fan, but I think that's right. I'm a big Seinfeld guy.
So you're in?
We're in.
I'm in too. We are going to go with Janice.
Okay, we went with Janet. That was my bad. Sorry.
Oh
Neal.
no.
Why did I let you lock in?
The answer is Janice. All right. Question 10. Bill Nye the Science Guy was a contestant on season 17 of what show in 2013?
Oh yeah, that's gotta be it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're in.
So actually, Mike, I'm not too sure on this one. Do you have inkling? Jeopardy, is that too old?
Now, when Jeopardy came back, it was in the 80s, so yeah, maybe.
Let's go with Jeopardy.
Yeah, I think Jeopardy's our best answer at this point because I'm just drawing a blank all around.
All right, we're in with Jeopardy.
Neil apparently wants me to answer as he's shoving his mouth full of donut at the moment. If I'm not mistaken, he was a somewhat successful contestant on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 17?
They did like 2 a year.
But in 2013, they already hit 17?
Yep,
Yeah.
the answer is Dancing
Oh my
with the
God.
Stars.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he was eliminated because of an injury in week 3.
Oh
Man,
he should have done an episode
I
about
actually remember that,
how
too.
that injury happened.
Yeah.
I can't believe how many seasons of that they plowed through. It's still on, right?
Oh yeah.
God.
Tanya
It's
Harding's
like
on
a-
right now.
It's like The Voice and American Idol. They do a million seasons of those shows too.
I love that they had that big sending off party for American Idol that it was over, and then
Oh, yeah.
ABC's like, we'll buy it and we'll air it.
Just taking other stations' refuse.
Well, actually, ABC likes to make its own refuse because they took a very successful show in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Then they put it on a few nights a week. Then nobody wanted to watch it. So now they run it every day at noon.
All right, so at the end of round 1, we're at 80. Where are you guys?
We're at 60, and that's my bad for the Janice. We could have been at 70.
Oh, my God.
That's
Neil.
all right.
All right, are you guys ready for the swing round?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do it.
All right. I have a list of the top 10 most popular TV shows as determined by IMDb users. I'll give you the tagline or description, and you give me the name of the show.
Now, this is most popular as opposed to highest rated?
Yes.
Okay.
All the shows are between 2005 and 2018.
And this is going to be 10 questions for 5 points apiece.
Yeah.
All right. Take it away.
Number 1, Fight the Dead, Fear the Living. Number 2, a revival sitcom which centers on the everyday life of an American working class family. Number 3, Operations, Relations, Complications. Number 4, Flesh Squeezed. Number 5, An Age of Wonder and Terror Will Soon Be Upon Us. Number 6, the crew of a Royal Naval expedition searching for the Arctic's treacherous Northwest Passage discovers instead a monstrous predator. Number 7, the untold story of Superman's grandfather. Number 8, how far will she go to protect her country? Number 9, these violent delights have violent ends. Number 10, brothers follow their father's footsteps as hunters fighting monsters, demons, and gods that roam the earth.
All right, so Jeff and Neal have left the studio, and now we're going to discuss a little bit what we think the answers are. So, Mike, I had 1 as Walking Dead, I think.
That's
maybe,
what I have.
Maybe 2 as Modern Family. Does that sound right? Or did you have something
She said
else?
revival, so I think it's Roseanne,
Okay.
which was just recently revived.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm good with that. Did you have anything for Flesh Squeezed?
Flesh Squeezed, and no, I am racking my brain on that, and I'm not.
An Age of Wonder and Terror is upon us, or whatever that was.
Yeah, I mean, Game of Thrones.
I don't think that's it. I think Game of Thrones is number 9. The violent delights have violent ends.
No. That is Westworld.
Oh, that's
100%.
Westworld.
That is Westworld. Yes.
Okay. So do you think Flesh Squeezed would be more of a sexual like metaphor, or like a violent like horror sort of metaphor?
Oh no. Wait a minute. Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. Because I'm trying to think of something that's like you said, like a twist. And that is definitely, like a humorous twist on there. So
I think we're wrong on this number 5, but Game of Thrones has to be on this list, right?
I mean, it's got to be, yeah.
All right, let's lock in with what we got. All right, so everybody is locked in and back in the studio. Before we get to the answers, can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Oh, sure. My sister and I are wedding photographers. This month, we're actually celebrating 10 years of business.
Congrats.
Thank
Wish
you.
Jessica was here. We could tell her congrats too.
I know, man. Wish she was here.
I think I heard a little pitter-patter of laughter in the background there.
We have been doing mostly weddings. We've done some other, but we are here in Chicago for an engagement session. And
Jeff and I wanted to keep it private, but it's okay. Get it out here.
it's out now.
I'm glad
Yeah.
Colleen is on board with this.
So if you want to look us up, you can hit us up on Instagram at Jessica and Sarah Weddings, or you can check out our website is jessicandSarahWeddings.com, or find us on Facebook.
Awesome.
Jessica and Sarah Weddings.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the answers.
All right. So number 1 was Fight
Wait.
the Dead and Fear the
Oh,
Living.
okay, sorry.
And we had Walking Dead.
So did we.
So did we.
And the answer is The Walking Dead.
If it was like Fear the Walking Dead, I was going to just get up and walk out.
That was the first one. That was like, I don't know. The taglines are crazy. All right. Number 2, a revival sitcom which centers on the everyday life of an American working class family.
Go ahead.
We actually we threw out Modern Family, but since it's a revival, we decided to go with Roseanne, which just was brought back after 20 years.
Yeah, Jeff originally had said the middle, and then when I said, well, a revival would mean that it's a reboot or a remake, and he's like, oh, Roseanne. So we went with Roseanne.
And the answer is Roseanne. All right, number 3 was operations, relations, and complications.
So I immediately felt that this should be kind of a medical romance drama sort of thing. So the show that fits that category best is Grey's Anatomy, in my opinion.
I think we're inclined to agree with you on that one. Grey's Anatomy.
And the answer is Grey's Anatomy.
Pretty good so far.
Yeah. All right, number 4, flesh squeezed.
This one, I think, gave us our hardest run. We were just bandying about, we were kind of stuck, and we kind of settled on Dexter, but then at the last second, considering all these are fairly recent shows, I remembered, because I just finished watching season 2 and I loved it. It was hilarious. The Santa Clarita Diet.
We were thinking it was a little bit older. I know a lot of people have an affinity for this show, and we said True Blood.
All right, the answer is Santa Clarita Diet.
True Blood is a great guess for that, though.
Yeah, because their taglines were always
that was
super
really
short.
good.
Yeah.
You guys were all around it, and I was a little scared there for a minute.
Yeah, I should have thought newer.
Well, no, I think that the thing was too, we were talking about this during the break, which is a lot of these shows are user generated. Like, so the fact that Roseanne's up there right now and it just came back, we probably could have thought some newer shows, but it's all right.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that popular, but all right, number 5, an age of wonder and terror will soon be upon us.
Yeah, so this one, we just felt like Game of Thrones had to be on this list somewhere, so we went with Game of Thrones, but I think that tagline's too, cheesy for Game of Thrones, but that's what we went with. We'll see what IMDb has to say.
Yeah, we were between Once Upon a Time and a little bit of, what was the other one we said? Black Mirror, but we went with Once Upon a Time for no reason.
All right, the answer is Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
Really?
Ooh.
Whoever wrote that tagline should be fired.
Yeah. We agree.
It's really bad.
Okay, number 6. The crew of a Royal Naval expedition searching for the Arctic's treacherous Northwest Passage discovers instead a monstrous predator.
So this one was all Mike, so I'll let Mike take it away.
Well, I haven't actually seen the show, but I have seen descriptions of it. I have it in my queue to watch, and it just premiered. It's only 4 or 5 episodes in, I think, and it airs on TNT, and it's called The Terror.
Oh, that's brand new, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said, it's only 4 or 5 episodes in.
What's weird is it had a kind of falling skies type tagline sound to me. So I should have thought about that, but I don't know anything about The Terror. But
Yeah, Jeff went of this historical show where they try to find a beast and defeat it called The Crown.
The answer is The Terror.
in that one, the beast lies within.
All right, number 7. The untold story of Superman's grandfather.
Yeah, here's another one that just kind of started out, and I was kind of surprised it being on the list, but we went with Krypton.
Yeah, so same reason. We were like, there's no way Krypton's brand new that's on this list, but then we said, let's just go for it. So we went with Krypton.
What else could it be?
The answer is Krypton. How far will she go to protect her country?
Yeah, we were kind of shuffling around this one as well. Mike said Homeland. I said The Crown. After a little discussion and the way that the list was going, we went with Reign, which is kind of rip-off Game of Thrones CW show.
Yeah, so we were between Homeland, and Jeff said because a lot of shows on CBS are super popular, he went with Madam Secretary, but we just went with Homeland, but now seeing the other ones on the list, we're not too sure.
So you guys locked in with
Homeland.
The answer is Homeland.
Oh, thank goodness.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
She
All right.
really will do anything. That show is amazing.
I've never seen it.
It's really good. There's a reason Claire Danes won 3 Best Actresses in a row. So
All right, number 9. These violent delights
But she
have
won't do
violent
that.
ends.
She'll do anything, but she won't do that.
that's right.
These violent delights have violent ends. Mike clued me in here. I thought this one was the Game of Thrones one, but he said Westworld 100%.
Yeah, it's a direct quote from Westworld.
And the answer is Westworld. Number 10. Brothers follow their father's footsteps as hunters, fighting monsters, demons, and gods that roam the earth?
This is the show that's in its 50th and final season now, Supernatural.
It is Supernatural.
Yep, the answer is Supernatural.
Or as I like to call it, X-Files Junior.
That is actually a very good description of that show. I love that show. Up until season 5, it's like perfect if you just end it after season 5, but then they just kept going. That's just my take.
If you want another quick take, I gotta say that the best part of Westworld is the music, because they do like
All the arrangements and
old
stuff.
timey piano arrangements of like contemporary songs. So they have
Kind of like BioShock Infinite.
yeah, except they have licensure for like Nirvana songs and things like that. So
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
like big money. So it's good stuff.
All right, so at the end of the swing round, we have increased our score by 45 points and bringing Randy and the Travises to 125, and Team Triviality had 95 after the swing round.
Question 1. Ian Hunter performed the theme song for what TV show based at a department store in Ohio?
I keep thinking of that radio show that's in Ohio, but it's
W
something, Cincinnati, right?
K.
K, yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Mike, do you know this one?
Yeah, a department store in Ohio just screams one answer to me. So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I'm good with locking in if you trust me.
I do. We'll lock it.
Oh,
All right, well, they're locked in. What is it?
yeah, it's the Drew Carey Show.
I was going to say Drew Carey, but I always think of you're right,
Lauders.
because Craig Ferguson, yeah. I was thinking Drew Carey immediately, and then I was like, no, it's about Cleveland and baseball. And I was like, no, it's the intro. So that was where my head was at. Okay, we're gonna lock in with Drew Carey.
I forgot that he worked at a department store because he worked in the like clerical section, right? Okay.
Right.
Mike, did you say the same?
Yeah, I said the same. I'm assuming that he wrote Cleveland Rocks. So yeah, that was the third and final theme song that they used for the Drew Carey show.
It could be is it the guy who did Moon Over Parma? Could be, because I can't remember any of the guys from the Presidents of the United States, but I'm pretty sure this is the Drew Carey Show regardless. But
So 2 Drew Carey shows.
All right. The answer is the Drew Carey Show. Fun fact. So this song was played every Friday at 6 p.m. on a Cleveland radio station.
I'm sure that didn't get annoying.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Wow.
And it's always played at all the sports games. And
so it must be
yeah.
Cleveland Rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. It's pretty awesome. All right. Question 2. In The Simpsons, what are the names of Ned Flanders' 2 children?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
I have no. This is all you, man.
This is all. Yeah, I've seen.
Because we're writing a live Simpsons trivia game with our friend Jason from Liquid Courage Entertainment.
That should be this week.
I guess
It'll
this
be-
is this week.
it'll be
So,
next week.
so by the time you guys hear this, it would have happened
yeah.
already. But maybe we'll post some of those questions. But anyway, I don't watch The
This
Simpsons.
is not
so-
a live show, Jeff.
It's true.
Yeah. So this is all you, man. I don't watch The Simpsons. So
I don't remember. I know his wife is Maud, but
is it like Ned Jr. or something?
I mean, I've seen seasons 1 through 8 once on a binge on like a weekend. So
What does he say? Like hibbly diddly or something? I forget what he says.
dirtily dirtily.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oakley, Dokley.
Oakley Dokley. Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't.
All right. We're just gonna lock in with Santa's Little Helper and Snowball.
There you go.
All right, and we will lock in with Rod and Todd.
And the answer is Rod and Todd.
Which we assume is short for Rodney and Todney.
It's Roderick and
Sounds
Podrick.
great. All right. Question 3. The series Arrow was released on the CW in 2012 and has had 3 television spin-offs. The first being The Flash, and another is in the animated series Vixen. What other show is in the Arrowverse, as it is called?
We're locked in.
Yep.
Is that the show, what's it called, Heroes of Tomorrow or something like that?
It's called DC's Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. Okay, DC's Legends of Tomorrow.
We went with the same.
And the answer is DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Question 4. In the league, what is the name of the trophy that is awarded to the fantasy football champion and is named for their high school valedictorian, to whom Kevin lost his virginity in Pete's mother's car while listening to Aerosmith? And I have a question for bonus points. We'll say 2 bonus points.
Sounds good.
If you can name the trophy that is awarded to the loser of their bowl game.
Called that.
Any clues that I can help you out with here? Because
No.
I haven't seen the show.
You'd have to know the name.
You've not seen the show? Oh, man.
And I love all the people in it.
It was pretty
So good.
I didn't like the last couple seasons, but
It's always sunny for people who like football.
basically.
So
That's
not
what I
for
have.
me.
The
But
only episode I've seen one episode. I saw the one with the Cutlet, Jay Cutler's kid.
Oh my god.
It got even better once I actually started playing fantasy football, and I appreciate it even more.
Jeff has gone to our clear glass board, a la A Beautiful Mind. He's writing with marker and different equations, trying to figure out the name of this trophy.
I mean, I can lock in if that'll help you.
Oh, if you
so can talk
know it,
out.
sure.
with
yeah.
with
Yeah.
both the
With both, yes.
Okay, so the trophy for the loser is called the Sacco. There's like a big pair of bull testicles. That's the trophy. That one's pretty obvious. The other one is so it's named after like an Indian woman who appears in the show. Like I'm trying to remember the last name. It's like Kashmi Kamari Kram or something like that, and they shout it all the time. But I'm just not getting there. I'm not going to sit here all day.
That's fine.
I'd eventually get to it.
Let's just go
but
for we'll go for the bonus.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. So Jeff could not pull the first name of the winning trophy, but we have an answer for the bonus question, which Jeff, you said is what?
The Sacco.
Sacco. So that's our only official lock-in is Sacco for the bonus 2 points.
Hey Mike, is it the Shiva?
Oh God, it is
The Shiva.
Shiva Kamini
yeah.
Somakanda Kram. That's her name. Yeah.
So the Shiva and
The Sacco is
Sacco,
also correct.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiva Kamini Sonakanda Kram. Yeah.
okay, we're in with Shiva and Sacco.
Met Neal.
Isn't it a god, Shiva?
Yeah,
Could be.
it's God.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah.
All right. The answer is the Shiva and the Sacco. Question 5. We have another listener submitted question
Ooh.
from my brother-in-law, Chris.
Nice.
All right. A running theme in South Park is Kenny's death. Within 5, how many times has Kenny died in the South Park TV show?
It's been on almost 30 years, man. Well, 20 years. 20 years.
20 this year? 20 last year? They just passed 20.
I could I think I was around 10 when that show started. So Mike, why don't you just ballpark a number and we can lock in.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to write down something. Okay.
Fair enough. So they stopped doing it. They gave up on that shtick. So it wasn't once an episode. I mean, there may have been episodes where they did it more than once.
So
or
it wouldn't be like 9. What you said, season 10 they stopped?
somewhere in like the middle. I can't remember exactly where. I mean, I'm not a huge South Park fan. I've seen the first couple seasons when I was younger, but
So you think
I never really kept up on it.
Taking 9 seasons times 24 is too much?
I mean, you might be there. That might still be too high. Like I said, I know they gave up on that shtick quite a while ago. So
Okay. We're going to go 201.
201 is what they guess. And Mike, what was our guess?
Well, I kind of did similar logic, except I don't think South Park does a full, 22, 24. I think they only do half seasons of 13. So I just did 10 times 10 and came up with 100.
Okay, 100.
Oh, all right. So the answer is 97.
Ooh,
So you guys were within 5.
wow.
Oh,
good guess.
Yeah, 201. That's kind of high.
I didn't think they did 24 either, but I don't know. I don't watch it.
Let me just say,
Yeah.
too, as a guy whose name is Ken, I really appreciate the Who Killed Kenny or They Killed Kenny or whatever the hell it is that I've heard 1,000 times in my life. Really love that.
Question 6. In season 7 of The Walking Dead, we meet King Ezekiel, who resides as king over the kingdom. What animal does Ezekiel keep with him?
I don't watch the show, but I've seen
Yeah, we're good.
I've
We're
seen
in.
all the promos.
If I was a post-apocalyptic warlord, what kind of animal would I have
a fair
at my
question.
side? Mike, do you know?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because I read the comics and it was a direct. They took that direct from the comics. So yeah, I know.
All right, go ahead.
It's a tiger,
Tiger.
whose name is Shiva, by the way.
We also went Tiger.
All right. The correct answer is tiger.
Did he just abscond with it from the zoo or something? Where'd he get a
Yes,
tiger?
yes. He was a zookeeper before the.
That's great.
I was like, he's definitely
happened.
going to know the reason.
So, yeah.
I love it.
That's so good.
Alright.
All the zookeepers I know would make pretty warlords, gotta say.
He's very like non-menacing too. Even with the tiger, I'm like, he doesn't look very scary. Even with this big tiger next to him. Okay.
But hey, you know, zombies do crazy things to a man.
Question 7. In the episode The Middle Earth Paradigm of The Big Bang Theory, the guys are all invited to Penny's Halloween party, but they all put on the same costume. Which costume do they all choose?
We're locked in.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't watch this show.
That's probably okay.
Can I reason it and say maybe it was all Frodo's?
No, it's.
What
No.
is it, Mike?
It is the Flash.
They're all the Flash,
Yes.
despite the Middle Earth reference.
Yeah, because I remember they make the joke of they could all like walk one after the other. They make it look like that they're the same character, like in the
Okay.
comics. You know, like in blur fashion.
Sure. All right, the Flash.
We also went with
Barry Allen.
The Flash.
That is correct. The Flash.
But was it Barry Allen's Flash? That's the question.
It was.
No, it was because it was that costume.
Okay.
It's interesting that you mentioned Frodo though, because that's what Leonard goes to. That's what he ends up wearing when he changes.
Correct. Yeah, they basically rock paper scissors to figure out who's going to change, and then I think Raj ends up as Aquaman.
Yeah, well, I just
And-
remember Penny's meathead boyfriend at the time was Superman, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was that
She was
episode
Wonder
or
Woman,
later, but
maybe it was a different episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. She always has Halloween parties. All right. Question 8 is, which late night TV host aired a special live episode, the first ever for NBC, after Trump's speech at the 2016 Republican convention?
Is that NBC?
Correct.
and then the chimes played.
Okay. I think we're good on this, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's either Jimmy Fallon or Seth Meyers. So our argument here is it the marquee guy, your Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon, which
Or the one that makes a lot more sense because he's a lot more political.
right, and Seth Meyers, and he's doesn't have as much to lose because he's on later. What I'm trying to think, the convention would be ending. I mean, I'm trying to pull when this would have happened, and Jimmy Fallon makes sense. Like if there was to be someone to do a live show
Yeah,
for them, they'd probably go with him because he's a live performer.
I'm good with
And
that.
they both are, but
Yeah, sure.
all right, we're gonna lock in with Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I actually went the opposite direction. I hope we're on the same page here because I went Seth Meyers.
All right. And the answer is Seth Meyers.
Yeah. So either way, I mean, the political angle, that's all right. We're going down. It's fine.
Question 9. The series Westworld is mostly filmed in California, but the pilot episode was also filmed in Castle Valley, which is in what state?
Oh, good. We agree.
We're in.
I'm not aware of this, Mike.
See,
Maybe like
I don't
Nevada.
know any of the technical aspects behind the show, just based on the look of it.
Nevada, maybe?
I think it's Utah.
Utah?
I'm thinking Utah.
Okay. I'm fine with that. We'll go Utah.
Okay.
We also went with Utah.
The answer is Utah.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
You guys can't seem to catch a break.
No, we can't. That's all right.
All right, let's hope
I'm
this-
doing better than I thought I would, but Mike is helping quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, looking at your scorecard, there's just a lot of 10s.
Question 10. Who is the only actor to have a role in all 8 episodes of Star Wars movies, as well as the animated series Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels?
Yeah,
They were given credit. They don't have to appear in the film. You know about this.
I know. I'm just saying, I don't remember him doing a voice or anything. You're thinking it's Hamill?
I mean, I could see Hamill getting credit in all of them, despite the fact that he's not in all of them. But if we're looking at characters that are in all of the movies, I could also see. Do you know who voices Yoda?
Frank Oz.
Frank Oz.
But he's not. He came in Empire. He's not in the original
Oh yeah.
New Hope.
Fair enough.
The only character who's in all of them that I can think of, and I don't know the prequels that well, is C-3PO.
Right. R2-D2 wouldn't have any speaking roles, so.
No. So, I mean, I know he's in all of them. I don't think Chewbacca is, so I'm thinking of the main core.
Right.
So out of those, I think C-3PO would at least be the one who's in all of them.
Yeah.
Which is...
That's Anthony Daniels,
Anthony
right?
Daniels, right. But I can't confirm that, so...
I have no idea. I mean, I'm fine with your logic, because all the other characters I can think of weren't in the prequels as well, but...
I'm only leaning that way because I think he's in all of them.
Fair enough.
You just want to do that?
Yep, we're good.
All right, we're locked in.
Okay, so I was leaning towards Frank Oz.
In all the movies, but not the Clone Wars TV shows or anything. It's Anthony Daniels.
All right, so after some discussion, we are locking in with Anthony Daniels.
We also went Anthony Daniels.
And the correct answer is Anthony Daniels.
As soon as Mike said it, I was like, oh, I think at least we're on the right track.
Okay, so at the end of regulation, the gentlemen sitting to my right have 157 over at Team Triviality, and we have 227. So let's enter the final round and find out what the categories are.
All right. Categories for the final round are CSI, Math, Orange is the New Black, The Last Man on Earth, and Original Series. Everybody's locked in with their wagers?
We are.
Yes, the wagers are in.
Awesome. Okay. Question 1 in the category of CSI. Lawrence Fishburne, who starred as Ray Langston on CSI Crime Scene Investigation, also starred as Tyrone Miller in what 1979 American epic war film directed, produced, and co-written by Francis Ford Coppola? Question 2 is in the category of Math. Take the number of seasons of Lost multiplied by the number of seasons of Futurama and subtract the number of George Bluth Sr.'s biological children. Okay, question 3. Orange is the New Black. What is the name of Piper's ex-girlfriend who was responsible for Piper's incarceration when she had her smuggled drug money 10 years before her sentencing?
Okay.
All right. Question 4. Category Last Man on Earth. Almost a year after a deadly virus sweeps Earth, Phil Miller is seemingly the only human survivor in late 2020 in what U.S. city?
Okay.
Question 5. Original series. On what channel would you find the following original series? Outlander, American Gods, Power, and Howard's End.
Okay. So these guys are going to step away and discuss, and so will we.
Sounds good.
All right, so let's get down to this math. So do you know how many seasons of Lost there are?
6.
6 seasons of Lost. Futurama, if you recall, had 4 original, and they did four movies. So we don't want to count those 4 movies, which I believe count as seasons when you pull it up on Netflix.
Well, no. Well, it actually had 4 seasons and then was canceled and then came back for 3 more seasons.
Fox picked it back up and then dropped it again, and then Netflix picked it up.
No, it wasn't Netflix. It was
Comedy
Cartoon
Central.
Network.
Comedy
Yeah,
Central.
Exactly. So, but I mean, it was 7 altogether, I think, is what they count as actual television episodes airing in a season and not movies.
I think it's more than that.
I am certain that it's only 7.
Okay, I'll go with you. So 6 times 7 minus George Bluth's biological children. So Portia de Rossi's character is not biological.
She ended up being right, and then Buster
is Oscar's kid.
So it's 2, right?
All right, sounds good.
Question was Lawrence Fishburne, who starred as Ray Langston on CSI crime scene investigation, also starred as Tyrone Miller in what 1979 American epic war film directed, produced, and co-written by Francis Ford Coppola?
Okay, Randy and the Travises wagered 20, and we went with Apocalypse Now.
We wagered 30. When you said Lawrence Fishburne, I thought you were going to go in the Death Wish series when he dies with a boombox, but you didn't. You went with Apocalypse Now.
The answer is Apocalypse Now.
All right, good start.
Question 2.
Potentially contentious.
Take the number of seasons of Lost multiplied by the number of seasons of Futurama and subtract the number of George Bluth Sr.'s biological children.
All right, I'll go ahead and start this one. So Mike said there were 6 seasons of Lost. We had a little discussion on how many seasons of Futurama there were, and we kind of disagreed, but we went with 7 ultimately for Futurama seasons, minus George Bluth's Sr.'s biological children, so that discounts Lindsay and Buster, so that makes 2.
Ooh. Okay. We agree. 6 seasons of Lost.
40 is the answer.
I was getting there. I knew what the math was. I agree. 6 seasons of Lost. I think this one's really giving me trouble. So there's
Explain
4,
how you did outside.
Yeah. So there's 4 seasons of Futurama in the original series, but Netflix and IMDb both count them wrong, I think, and they count 5 in the original count. They count all 4 movies on hiatus as 1 season, and there were 4 seasons when they came back. So most places count it as 10 seasons, 5 in the original run for the movies, and then 4 after they came back. And I knew Lindsay wasn't a biological child, but I forgot that Buster wasn't fathered by George Sr. So we said -3, so we said 57.
Okay, so you guys are right with 6 seasons of Lost. I went on Wikipedia for Futurama and I saw 7 seasons. And
Boom.
All right.
and then
I'm gonna what's the
Eat
phrase?
crow?
I'm eating crow over here.
and biological children, it was 2. So the answer is 40.
Wow.
All right, good job.
That's big. We just lost all our points. That's
Oh.
why.
Mike
no.
pulled through on that one. I was positive there's more seasons than that.
Once you
I
guys
thought there
started
was
talking about it, I got a little nervous.
I thought there
but-
was a 4th one when they came back, but they must have only done 3.
All right.
This crow is delicious.
Question 3 was in Orange is the New Black. What is the name of Piper's ex-girlfriend who was responsible for Piper's incarceration when she had her smuggle drug money 10 years before her sentencing?
So we wagered 10 on this one, and we're going with Hot Donna. No, Alex.
Okay. We wagered 0, and we just went with Laura Prepon.
The correct answer is Alex. Question 4, The Last Man on Earth. Almost a year after a deadly virus sweeps Earth, Phil Miller is seemingly the only human survivor in late 2020 in what U.S. city?
All right, we wagered 30 on this one. And Mike, did you want to give the answer since you came up with it?
They've been all over the place. They ended up in San Francisco, I believe, Malibu. Currently, at the end of the last season, they were in Tehuantepec, Mexico, but they started out in Tucson, Arizona.
We wagered 0, and we didn't know, so we wrote LA and Austin, Texas, so we just went with LA just to keep it simple.
All right. The answer is Tucson, Arizona.
All right. I think we might be uncatchable here.
Okay. Last question. In original series, on what channel would you find the following original series? Outlander, American Gods, Power, and Howard's End.
We wagered 20, and we agreed it was Stars.
Yeah, so we originally, Jeff had said AMC, and then we kind of took that out. We wagered 30, by the way. And then we said it could be FX because it's a little darker. And then before we locked in, I remembered American Gods is pretty dirty and pretty dark, only that a cable show could show. So I remember the promo for Power on Stars. We went with Stars.
The correct answer is Stars. Outlander.
Also home of Ash versus Evil Dead, which
yep.
just had its third and final season just aired. I'm sad.
Yeah, he's great, Bruce Campbell. Oh my man, we got
and actually Evil Dead 2 was filmed close to where I live, down right down the road in Anson County, back when I was in high school. So that was like my first kind of like on-set movie experience, because my friend parents owned a catering business. So they were going out to, because they had basically taken the old Anson County High School and turned it into a movie set, a studio set. And so they were catering to the cast and crew. So Andy, my buddy from high school, asked if I wanted to go just watch them film one day. And that was like hugely impactful. I got to meet Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell and
Ted Raimi too. Then, yeah.
Yes, Ted Raimi. Yes, he was actually in the Aunt Henrietta suit the day that I was out there filming. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
Groovy. All right, so at the end of the game, it looks like Team Triviality literally got murdered with police code 187. And it looks like we ended up with 327 as the...
I think that might be the highest score ever.
cream of the crop.
I am the cream.
Wow, great job. But the biggest kudos to Sarah for those questions. Those were awesome.
Thank you.
Just wish Jessica could have been here.
I know. I wish she was here too.
And Mike for carrying Ken's team.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I did pretty good. All right. I didn't really know anything he didn't know, and he knew some stuff that I didn't know, but I didn't do terribly.
Well, we're looking at the monitor. You guys can't see it at home, but Mike has a bunch of hot packs on his shoulders because they're tired from carrying Ken. So
a couple times I was like, "Can he like see this or something? Can you see my answers?"
Nope.
Just on it,
That's
on
just-
fire,
That's just Mike.
that's his specialty.
on fire.
All right, well, I want to thank everybody for being on the show. Of course, Sarah for providing the questions, and Mike for Skyping in and helping me out today. We have Jeff and Neal in the studio, and maybe a secret guest who will go unnamed. But
their bodies are in the studio.
Yeah.
They're no longer here.
Should we or one more time? Jessica and Sarah.
Holy my outro, man.
That look on your face was just like, really?
I love it.
Wait, what
bro?
did you say? I didn't even hear.
He said that we're here. We got murdered.
Oh.
We're not here anymore.
Oh yeah, we're not. But Jessica and Sarah weddings for Instagram, right, and Facebook.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
Can't forget the shout out to the Sinister Six either. So.
Well, yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. To my teammates, Jeffrey Seguritan, Dan Lamberg. I'm sorry, Dan Lundberg. I said his name wrong one time before, and he never let me live it down. So I just gave him another opportunity to rag me. And of course, we got Wesley Wells and Scott Barber. I guess we need to get them on so we can get all six on Triviality at some point.
We are working on it.
And Phil Sanford. We don't want to forget Phil. He's running around right now,
Oh, yeah.
though.
Phil, yeah, he's somewhere running right now, guaranteed.
All right, well, thank you to both of our guests for being on the show, Sarah and Mike. For my co-hosts in the studio, Jeff and Neal, I am Ken, and that was Triviality.
We were canceled? Yes, I'm afraid the brainless drones who run the delivery network canceled our license. Yes, I see. Good news, everyone! Those asinine morons who canceled us were themselves fired for incompetence.